5 minutes deep. Atletico Madrid have barely been out of their own half. Headed on by Kunde. A tussle for the ball. There was a look up there from Rafinha. He felt that that could maybe have been a free kick on the edge of the area. Lookman's going to bring this clear. Well, the Nigerian has his pass intercepted. Barca keep hold of the ball. Well, in terms of that defence, Cancelo playing on the left-hand side. Kunde gets the nod on the right in terms of centre-back positions. Gerard Martin has been a revelation there this season. He partners another youngster, Pau Cubarsí. Pedri. Outside here to the left-hand side is Cancelo. Back at Barca on a loan deal. Went to at ease in Saudi Arabia, and he wanted back, and it came at a time when Barca needed some cover in that left-back position. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty, mostly from the fans there. Griezmann once again will send that upfield. Barca establishing their strategy early. They're going for this one. But Atletico Madrid have been up against sides who've attacked them. They've been organised and they've been able to break. Something Barca have to be aware of. Collected by Pau Cubarsí. Both coaches on the edge of their technical area. Diego Simeone's actually got 1 foot on the pitch. This is chipped in. Nervy moments for Simeone. He knows what an early Barca goal would mean in terms of sowing some seeds of doubt in his Atletico Madrid side. It's back with Cubarsí. Now Joan Garcia. Kunde. Garcia, the new goalkeeper brought in this season at Barca from their crosstown rivals, Espanyol. Here comes an opportunity for Rafinha to stretch his legs down the left, tries for that early ball. It comes loose, cleared away from the penalty area. And Griezmann, most of his contributions so far have been sitting deep and trying to send a ball upfield to a teammate. Lookman. Played back by Koke, the veteran player of this Atletico Madrid side. Nice turn from Giuliano Simeone. Wanted that 1-2, which Griezmann was trying to play. And Griezmann pushes up, trying to apply some pressure on his fellow countryman. Griezmann chosen in the starting lineup today, along with Alvarez, both players. Great work rate. And here's a problem for Jules Koundé, who has gone down. And potentially a substitution will have to be made by Barcelona. Hansi Flick looks over at the bench. And he's spoken to Balde, maybe with a view to getting him prepared to come on. So he will warm up, and just in case Koundé is unable to keep going. Koundé, he takes off his shin guard. Might mean a switch over to the right-hand side for João Cancelo. Has played in that position for several teams, be it Valencia or Manchester City. So the game comes to an early conclusion for Jules Koundé after just 11 minutes. He is withdrawn. Well, it's a crash course in a warm-up for the sub. Balde is being prepared. Here's another look at the penalty appeal that wasn't really. Lamine Yamal wasn't making too many complaints there. So Kunte goes off. Not the start to the game that was wanted from Hansi Flick. And he takes a seat back down rather than heading down the tunnel to be assessed. And Balde will come on in his place. We'll just see where Balde is fielded. He can play on the right-hand side, but it looks as if the advice given to him is to play on the left. Cancelo will switch over to the right. And there we see Eric Garcia unavailable for this game after his red card in the first leg. Watches on from the stands. He would have been an option to come on had he not been suspended. This one brought across. Rafinha once again trying a low delivery. Ball's been returned to him. Right footed shot from him. Goes into the side netting. Well, Barca with their first half chance of the contest. Musa was significantly convinced to make the dive to his right. Barca employing that high press. He maybe sensed a weakness when it comes to playing the ball out from the back from Musa. And there's not too many options for the Argentinian goalkeeper to send one forward, with Atletico Madrid having to defend so much. Now outside to the left, where Balde gets his first touch. He is playing at left back. Cancelo's gone over to the right. A blustery wind blowing through the camp. No, this one doesn't pick up any momentum from the wind. It was a low strike off a cut inside. Another one long from Musa under pressure from both Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. Well, we haven't seen much down the flank from Atletico Madrid, but they have some pace there as well, Ruggeri, and in particular the tireless Marcos Llorente. Here comes a chase after the ball. It's taken away on the outskirts of the area. You can see how far forward Joan Garcia has gone out of the Barca area. There have been a couple of occasions in which players have tried to lob him when that has occurred. Now Balde. Shot ball by Cubarsí. Atleti keeping very organised to keep tabs on the likes of Ferran Torres and Rafinha in the box. Fermin Lopez has stepped into the area as well. Couldn't quite get that 1-2 going. It was a heavy pass which did take a touch off an Atletico Madrid player. That means we are going to have another corner kick from the right-hand side. Giuliano Simeone will try and keep tabs on the towering presence that is Cubarsí. An interesting delivery there, and the ball goes wide. About half the stadium thought that that had gone in. It was Ferran Torres who connected on the bounce. Trying to nudge that on its way. And it's wide of the mark from Torres. Just stepped in front of Cardoso. See that high Barca press again. And there a long ball through. Joan Garcia will get a rare touch. Just past quarter of an hour in, it's still goalless between Barca and Atletico Madrid. 4-0 on aggregate, though, in Los Colchoneros' favour. Balde. Line of 5 upfield from Football Club Barcelona, now 6. All just waiting to run beyond that fairly static Atletico Madrid defence. There was a call for that there that was ignored, but now it does come to Gerard Martin. Out on the left with Alejandro Balde. Spread out to the right-hand side. You can see some Atletico Madrid players getting touch tight. Able to block an attempt to go for the ball by Fermín López. And here comes a charge maybe from Atletico Madrid. Offside flag has stayed down against Antoine Griezmann. Sent to Giuliano Simeone. A little bit for the momentum of the move. Goes away as Barca get players back. The first little spell of possession for the visiting side. Here's Lookman, takes his time. Plays to Koke. Koke, diagonal ball from him. Can he find Giuliano Simeone? Simeone wanted the touch, and maybe it was a mistake from the Argentine. Rather than hitting that full first time. Wanted the control there, it rolls down his shin, and it's shepherded out of play. A first incursion from open play into the opposition penalty area. Here's Gerard Martin. Balde. Martin plays to his teammate Cubarsí. And those two settle in the centre again to exchange pass and have a look. Rafinha's waiting to go. Just comes a little bit closer to Llorente to tuck into that left channel. Giuliano Simeone gets behind him. Rafinha has told Balde to stay put. There might be some space for Balde if the ball is kicked out to him. Pedri. In the opening 10 minutes, it was Pedri who had a large share of the ball in the central channel. Also switched up the strategy in the 10 minutes since then. Atleti take their time over the throw. Well, it wasn't excessively so. Rafinha jinks back and forth. He plays out to Balde. Balde drags that with him. Simeone's kept a tight leash on him. Giuliano Simeone has put any claims of nepotism to bed. He is, of course, the coach's son. As this finds its way in, Simeone is knocking on the door of the Argentinian national team. He is very much in this Atleti side on merit, one of the first names on the team sheet. So many stories of new signings at Atleti who were wondering why Diego Simeone was giving such a hard time to one of the young players, only to find out it was one of his footballing sons. A couple of loan spells at Zaragoza and Alaves have helped Simeone learn his craft. This ball still in the box. The double back there, a couple of step-overs from Lamine Yamal, and a first opportunity from close range for Barcelona, and it's turned outside This was the run. Took a deflection. Once again, it's Ferran Torres. This time he drives it into the ground and wide of the mark. Long through the middle. Wasn't the greatest of deliveries from Musso. It's just a brief respite for Atletico Madrid. They had to work for their most recent victory, a 1-0 win over Oviedo on the road at the Carlos Tartiere. Before that, a 4-1 win at home at the Metropolitano against Club Brugge in the Champions League. Have been fairly high scoring since that first meeting in this semi-final. Were taken apart by Rayo Vallecano. They're 3-0 defeat for them at Vallecas. 3-3 draw in the playoff with Club Brugge. 1-4-2 against Espanyol. And it's been on their travels where they've been made to suffer a little. We are halfway through the first half here. They've been unable to get so much as a half chance. Here's Lookman. Might change that, but he'll have to go at two defenders, one of which slides in on him. It was Pau Cubarsí. Balde. Left-footed shot here. Musso pushes it away, and Rafinha was not quite positioned well enough for the follow-up. He'd stayed back. Cubarsí. Well, they seem fairly content, Atletico Madrid, just to let Cubarsí and Gerard Martin have the ball. It's when it comes to one of the midfield players, they apply the squeeze. This has been cut back. Where's Griezmann going? Well, takes a set of touches there that showed his confidence on the ball. Musso was perhaps a little more panicked. Well, Barca could scarcely have opened up more. They play that one in to be caught by Musso. The goalkeeper will have it at his feet again. Julian Alvarez was showing for that. He was given a push in the back, though. And a misplaced touch. Under pressure. Gives the ball back to Barcelona. It was Cardoso, second time he's turned over possession in the last few minutes. To the right-hand side. Lamine Yamal gets involved, plays the pass to Marc Bernal. It's been described as the moment for Bernal to shine with Frankie de Jong's injury. Comes into the area. Well, Bernal was quite the goal scorer at youth level for Barca. He suffered that big injury last season and left him out for almost the entirety of the campaign, just when he was pushing through, knocking on the door of the first team. This is Rafinha. Giuliano Simeone lets that get too far away from him. It's Cubarsí who goes over to cover and toe pokes that into touch. Thrown on the way for Atletico Madrid. We have another look at this incident. Llorente, change of flanks from him. It's Lookman. Dances past Lamine Yamal. Lookman's still going. Now space on the overlap. It's brought back towards Griezmann. Griezmann shoots. Joan Garcia saves. A first attempt from Atletico Madrid coming up to the half hour. Just one to keep Barca honest. Played across and Griezmann's going to chase after it. Just covers for Giuliano Simeone there. Simeone back in position. Balde on the ball. It is Balde into the box. Easy claim for Musso. Musso takes his time here as we have another look at the incident. The chance for Griezmann. First touch, then a turn. Puts it around Balde, but Joan Garcia well positioned to make the save. And Lookman was pulled back there. Has been an absolutely superb month and a bit for him since joining Atletico Madrid in the winter transfer window. Some great stats for the Nigerian. Diego Simeone has asked for him to have a defensive contribution. As this one is low, Musso saves. Gets down to push it away. Another shot that was too hot to handle for the goalkeeper. There's going to be another corner for Barcelona. Ferran Torres once again. And that's what's asked of him in the centre-forward role. Keep peppering the opposition goal with shots. He's taken outside. It's a nice run from Lamine Yamal. Brings it over. There's the first goal of the game. And it's siphoned home from the closest of ranges. Well, perhaps it is game on. Barcelona take the lead. It's side-footed in by Marc Bernal. 1-0 on the night, 4-1 still on aggregate to Atletico Madrid. But any potential comeback for Barca starts there. Lamine Yamal's first real opportunity to get involved on the left-hand side. Brings that across and he was unmarked. Opposition defenders had not reckoned with Bernal. They stepped off him. And the decibel levels raise yet further at the Camp Nou. Lamine Yamal with a big contribution in that first goal. And that's perhaps what Diego Simeone feared, but it's exactly what Barca have been looking for. Get that goal. Maybe come a little later than they wanted. No foul given there as Llorente himself is taken down. And Rafinha pleads with the referee for a bit of understanding. Well, the infraction goes against Atletico Madrid, and Diego Simeone on the near side has just made the call for calm for his players. Giuliano Simeone brought down, but legally so, according to the referee. This is played back. Atleti now pressing and forcing the error. It was Gerard Martin who didn't feel comfortable. Now, much has changed at the Camp Nou, but there's still a long run-off area if any of these players want to send in a long throw, and it goes fairly short in the end. Llorente will have another look. He's got Griezmann with him on the near side. Still taken on here by Simeone. Griezmann into the centre. A little bit too much time taken over that ball by Johnny Cardoso. And here comes a run from Rafinha. A great slide to dispossess him. Well, it was absolutely vital that that was perfectly timed by Marc Pubby. He gets level with Rafinha. Had just a slight advantage in which to track his step. And he judges that perfectly because Rafinha was ready to set off. Ball deflected through. He's cleared away over on the far side. Well, it's vital that Atletico Madrid respond and don't let Barca feel too comfortable. Want to crush that belief. But it's all Barca at the moment after that Griezmann shot at the other end. As he's scooped in. Still not completely cleared by Atleti. Knocked on after Griezmann's initial touch. Lookman will get back goal side as Lamine Yamal tries to take him on. Leaves it for Cancelo with the back heel. That one in from Cancelo, and it goes wide. Rafinha this time around, the Barca captain. And it starts once again with Lamine Yamal's back heel. Makes some space. Rafinha climbs over the top of Giuliano Simeone. Well, whether it was a foul or not, Rafinha's connection puts the ball wide of the left post. Collection here by Lookman. Lookman tries to get away. Ball played through is intercepted. Lookman, he was trying to tee up Griezmann, who was way offside. Garcia goes to Gerard Martin. We are just past the half hour here. Barcelona lead the way, but still trail significantly in the tie. Will those 4 goals from the first leg be enough for Atletico Madrid? Rafinha had nowhere to go there. 3 players had crowded him. That's flicked over by Koke. Can Griezmann tap it past the defender? He can, and he gets the better of Kubalsi as well. Brings it across. Here's Lookman arriving in the second line. Keeps up the momentum, but eventually it's Kubalsi himself who gets the touch off that ricochet. Griezmann was trying to get something going. A one out on the far side. Gerard Martin. Barca deliver the ball back to Atletico Madrid. Atleti, every chance they have to just run down a few seconds, they are taking. Any chance Barca have to quicken up the pace, they are using. Pedri tries one into the box. There's another one that flashes out for a corner kick. Even the ball boys, it seems, have been given the instruction to deliver the ball back quickly. Keep the momentum up. Try and keep Atletico Madrid on the back foot. Some jostling inside the box. Here comes the corner in. Musso catches in installments. Llorente. back and forth by Pedri. Well, nobody has managed to take the ball off him so far this evening. Cancelo now. Lamine Yamal. Another one scooped over. It's a decent delivery from him. Taken back out by Balde and Gerard Martin. Two players who played alongside one another at youth level for Barca. There is a fairly sharp breeze just gusting through the Camp Nou. And breezing into the boxes, Lamine Yamal tries to bring that back. It pinballs around before being taken away by Atletico Madrid. Bit of a trip there that the referee saw. Still to show the first yellow card of the game. Our match day official. It's Lookman, the player, down. Well, Lookman, coming into this game, he participated in a goal every 62 minutes. Simeone has said, in theory, Lookman provides more goals than set-up play. Does request a little bit of defensive contribution from Lookman, though. Well, it wouldn't be Diego Simeone if he didn't. Here's Alvarez trying to chase down the opposition defenders. It's back with Juan Garcia. You can see that singing section in the top right of your screens. Extra stands have been opened up at the Camp Nou today. Looks like they'll make a move back towards full capacity here at a stadium that is still being renovated. There we see the trip up. Did get the benefit of the doubt, the free kick given their way. 5 minutes to go before half-time. Played beyond Llorente as he leaves that for Musso. Again, as we said, every opportunity to run down a few extra seconds being used by the Atletico Madrid backline. Atleti trying to take this forward. Referee doesn't see any foul there on the Barcelona player. It's going to come over to Lookman here on the left-hand side. He's let it run. Barca have 5 players back, now 6. Lookman slams it into the shins of Pau Cubarsí and it goes out. And Ferran Torres is now back up to his feet. His complaint was that there was a foul here, but it was actually seemingly the arm flailing there from Johnny Cardoso. A lot has been asked of Cardoso in this game, trying to control the midfield. He hasn't really been on top of things. Just wonder maybe if Diego Simeone will make a change at half-time. Lookman. Over onto the left, we might see a cross in here. Just the one player there, but it's Antoine Griezmann! And he hits the post. The offside flag was already up on the near side. That was very, very close there. We do have VAR at this stage in the competition, as every side still in the Copa del Rey does have the facilities for it. In any case, though, Griezmann hits the woodwork. has had a chance saved by João Garcia as well in this first stanza. Balde. It's over onto the right. Brought outside. This one goes out for yet another corner. Barca must be nearly into double figures now. So Simeone just backing up onto Bernal. Some players waiting on the outskirts of the area as well for Barca. This one goes close towards the near post and actually went behind Bernal, who was inside the 6-yard box. Atleti pick this back up, try one down the line, but there's no outlet for Los Colchoneros. And it comes with the territory when you defend with so many players back. And this one run in. Lamine Yamal didn't fancy taking on the defenders. It's played back out by Lamine Yamal. Took a while to get into the game, Lamine Yamal, but when he did, his contributions have been good. Here's Lookman. Was waiting for Julian Alvarez to get himself open. It never really arrived for him. And it was Gerard Martin covering back. He put that into touch. Let me see it again. Lamine Yamal's cut back for the only goal of the game so far. Bernal unmarked. Griezmann complaining about the defensive organisation from Atletico Madrid. Here comes the attacking contribution from Los Colchoneros. Griezmann wants that. Simeone is forced to back out by Balde. There's a lovely back heel from Griezmann. Giuliano Simeone tries to pick out a player. It was up to Bernal to send that clear. Here comes a run down the left. Once again, a run across. It's confidently taken by Marc Pulbi. And Simeone has said it won't be long before Luis de la Fuente, the Spain coach, is calling up Marc Pulbi. Believes he's got a great future ahead of him, the Spanish centre-back. Llorente with a shoulder charge. Referee saw nothing untoward, but it knocks the wind out of Fermin Lopez. A very risky ball under the nose of Lamine Yamal as well. Soon we'll find out how much additional time is going to be played in this first half. Simeone. Well, 3 more minutes to be played for the stoppages we've had. Most notably, that for the injury of Jules Koundé. Here's Rafinha. See him just gritting his teeth to get the better of Cardoso. Rafinha with the strike. It goes into that empty stand behind the goal. He was trying for the top right corner. He couldn't keep the effort down. We are into the first of those 3 minutes of stoppage time. Just see there that Rafinha was trying to bend that around the opposition player as well. Well, slim pickings in terms of shots for Atletico Madrid. They might have another one here. It's a rather agricultural delivery away by João Cancelo. Chested down by Lookman. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Wanted to flick that over the top of the defender. He telegraphed his intentions, though. Alvarez. So frequently linked with a move to Football Club Barcelona, Julian Alvarez. Had been on something of a goal drought at the turn of the year. It was a great first season for Julian Alvarez at Atletico Madrid. Here comes Llorente. Llorente's ball across. There's the header. Wide of the mark from Lookman. Well, he's just about due for a goal. We've said he scores every 62 minutes so far in his Atletico Madrid career. He got the better of Cancelo there. Another defender was on the ground, just needed to be nodded home by Lookman, the Nigerian, unable to do so. Final minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Ferran Torres wants this in the D with 3 players around him. Could there be a pass to him? It is Torres. Player goes down for Barca, appeal for a penalty. And Musso goes over to have a look at it. It's Pedri who's gone down. Well, let's see if this one has been given or not. Atletico Madrid players protesting. We will have the benefit of a replay. The referee will be able to go to VAR as well. Well, the replay inconclusive there. We'll have a look. It's Pedri. Well, Griezmann seems pretty bemused by it all. Koke as well. Is this going to be checked? In the meantime, Rafinha holds on to the ball. Koke is talking this one over with the ref. Rafinha has scored a couple of penalties so far this season. One in La Liga against Villarreal, and also in the Champions League against FC Copenhagen. So the penalty is given. Rafinha will take. Musso will try and keep out what might be the final kick of the first half. It is Rafinha, short run up from him, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's 2-0 to Barca on the stroke of half-time. A second goal just to increase the belief yet further for the Blaugrana. Atleti will claim it's a soft penalty. It is the final kick of the first half. Rafinha's delivery into the net past Musso. It is 2-0 on the night. It is still 4-2 in Atletico Madrid's favour. In the tie, we wait to see what will happen in the second half. Now, this one is precariously poised.